How women get addicted to men, psychology tips. True love is not about perfection, it's about connection. You've spent the last 2 years working hard to get in shape, build a successful business, drive a nice car, and dress well. On paper, you're the man dating coaches say women want. But when you interact with women, something feels off. They're polite, but not passionate. They'll go on dates, but they don't chase you. It feels like you're the only one putting in effort while they remain emotionally distant. Meanwhile, you watch your friend, who lives in a modest studio, drives an old car, and has little to show in terms of achievements. Yet women are completely obsessed with him. They text him constantly, pursue him aggressively, and would do anything to keep his attention. You can't help but wonder, what does he have that you don't? What if everything you've been taught about attraction is completely backwards? What if the things you think make you attractive are actually working against you? The truth is, women don't fall in love with your achievements, they fall in love with your internal state. The secret to making women addicted to you has nothing to do with your success and everything to do with who you are at your core. The popular belief is that if you check enough boxes, get in shape, make money, develop social skills, and demonstrate your value, women will be drawn to you. But this is where most men go wrong. They focus so much on external validation, building their image, and proving their worth, only to end up frustrated, confused, and still unattractive to women. Here's the hard truth they don't want you to hear. Women are not captivated by what you have. They are captivated by who you are when no one is watching. Your emotional presence, your confidence, your ability to remain grounded, that's what makes you truly magnetic. The most attractive quality a man can possess isn't his bank account, physique, or status. It's a rare quality that most men overlook, an unshakable sense of self that doesn't rely on external validation. When you embody this, women become irresistibly drawn to you. Once you shift your focus from doing to being, everything about attraction will change for you. It's not about what you have, it's about who you are. That's what will make women addicted to you. 1. Sexual market value discrepancy. When it comes to the psychology of attraction and how women get addicted to men, understanding the concept of sexual market value is crucial. Sexual market value, SMV, isn't about your wealth, physical appearance, or social status. It's about perception, and perception, my friend, is determined by how you feel about yourself. This means that no matter how much money or success you have, if you don't exude confidence and carry yourself in a way that shows you believe in your worth, women won't be drawn to you. Let me give you an example that perfectly illustrates this. Picture yourself at a bar with 10 people, 4 men and 6 women. One of the men is a multimillionaire. He's got the private jet, the perfect physique, the designer clothes, the whole package. On the other hand, there's another man who's broke, drives an old car, and wears basic clothes. But when someone cracks a joke, the broke guy delivers a perfectly timed, witty response without even trying. He says it with complete confidence and authenticity, not seeking attention, but letting his presence speak for itself. In that moment, every woman in the group will feel more attracted to him than to the millionaire. Why? Because he just demonstrated higher sexual market value, not through his external possessions, but through his internal state. He showed energy, confidence, and authenticity. That is the key to attraction. Sexual market value isn't about the things you have, it's about how you make others feel when you walk into the room. What most men don't understand is that SMV is based on energy, not inventory. A man's worth in the dating world is determined by how he presents himself, his vibes, and his inner confidence. You can have the most expensive clothes and the best car, but if your internal state doesn't reflect self-assurance, none of those external factors matter. Women aren't just looking for a man with a high social status or a deep pocket. They're looking for someone who exudes confidence, wit, and presence. Be that man. Be the man who doesn't need to show off wealth to get attention. The man who commands attention with his energy. The man who can make a room light up just by walking in. Don't get caught in the trap of thinking you need to buy attraction with expensive gifts or flashy cars. Women can sense the authenticity in a man. They can feel the difference between a man who is confident in himself and a man who is simply pretending. That's the secret to creating an addictive dynamic. Love advice, psychology tips, dating tips. Don't focus on trying to impress women with material things. Focus on cultivating your inner value. It's about the vibes you put out, confidence, authenticity, and presence. That's what creates lasting attraction. Be a man who knows his worth, and women will naturally be drawn to you. To summarize, sexual market value is energy driven, not possession driven. Women are more attracted to the man who owns his presence, speaks with confidence, and radiates positive energy. It's your internal state that matters most, and that's where you must focus if you want to get addicted to the right kind of attention. So, next time you find yourself in a social situation, remember this: it's not what you have that counts, it's who you are and how you carry yourself. 2. The frame of value system. Women, like all humans, operate within a mental framework, what I call the frame of value system. This system is crucial to understanding how women categorize men, but it has little to do with your outward achievements or external validation. It isn't about your job title or how much money you make. No, when a woman meets you, she isn't calculating your net worth or counting how many muscles you have. She's reading your energy signature, evaluating how you present yourself, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically. This is the core of love psychology. In the first few moments, she's not thinking about your credentials. She's asking herself key unconscious questions. Does this man know his own worth? Is he secure in who he is? Or is he hoping I'll see value in him? Is he seeking my approval? Is he chasing external validation, desperate for me to say he's enough? Or does he stand firm, comfortable in his own skin, not needing to prove anything to me or anyone else? Within seconds, she's mentally placing you into one of two categories: above her or below her. And that's it. If she perceives you as being above her, a sense of admiration, interest, and ultimately addiction begins to take root. She'll find herself drawn to you and she won't know why. The dynamic shifts, she begins to chase, and her desire grows. But if she places you below her, it's game over. No matter how impressive your resume is or how many times you flash your credentials, she will lose interest. It's all about energy, not achievements. The cruel irony of trying too hard. Here's the kicker: the cruel irony in all of this: the men who try hardest to impress women are the ones who unwittingly place themselves in the below me category. Yes, the very thing they think will elevate their status with women actually does the opposite. When you work tirelessly to prove your worth, you're unconsciously telling her that you don't believe you have any inherent value. You're telling her that you need her validation to feel whole. And trust me, this is a killer for attraction. Why confidence wins? On the other hand, the man who doesn't try to impress anyone, the man who is comfortable with himself, who doesn't need the world's approval to feel valuable, sends a completely different message. His confidence, his self-assuredness, his indifference to external validation all scream high value. He signals that he has something that doesn't need to be proven. It already exists within him. This is the man who gets placed in the above me category by women, and this is the man whose allure becomes irresistible. The man who is truly comfortable in his skin is magnetic. His value is not up for debate. It's inherent. And that, my friends, is what makes women addicted to him. The frame of value system isn't a game of showing off or impressing others. It's about embodying a sense of worth that radiates without effort. Women don't need to see your credentials to know your value. They simply need to feel it. The key is to stop seeking validation and start embodying your own self-worth. In this game of attraction, confidence and comfort in your own skin will always trump external validation. In the end, if you want to attract women, know your worth without needing their approval. Don't chase their validation. Be the man who already knows he's enough. That is how you'll achieve your relationship goals and create a lasting, meaningful connection. If you found these insights valuable, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit from this knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom on attraction and psychology. Comment to remember, I know my own worth. This powerful affirmation reflects the essence of understanding the frame of value system, where your inner confidence speaks louder than any external validation. Comment below to affirm your value and start attracting the right energy. 3. Pre-selection and authenticity. To truly understand how women become captivated by men, you must first grasp the concept of pre-selection and authenticity. Let's break it down. One of the most powerful psychological triggers for female addiction is pre-selection. This is the idea that other women desire you, and it stirs a deep curiosity and competitive drive in any woman. However, many men get it completely wrong. They believe that pre-selection means flirting with other women in front of their target or bragging about their dating success. This is amateur hour thinking. Trying too hard to show your value is a surefire way to repel, not attract. Real pre-selection is far more subtle and authentic. It's not about flaunting options. It's about embodying the energy of a man who is genuinely desired but doesn't feel the need to prove it. You must radiate the confidence that comes from knowing you're wanted without ever showing the desperation to prove it. The true power of pre-selection lies in how it subtly triggers a woman's curiosity. When a woman senses that other women are drawn to you, her competitive instincts kick in. She starts to wonder, what do those other women see in him? This question is the beginning of what can turn into addiction. It's not just about being desirable, it's about making her feel the need to understand why she hasn't already claimed your attention. And here's the secret. Authenticity is key. Women are biologically wired to detect when something isn't genuine. If you pretend to have options or try too hard to make her believe other women are interested while you're secretly desperate for her attention, she'll sense that incongruence. And when she does, her interest will fade faster than you can blink. Pre-selection is not about playing games. It's about playing the long game. As a modern Stoic, you must embrace the principle of inner calm and strength. Do not chase validation. Instead, live your life in a way that attracts attention naturally without seeking it. Like the ancient Stoics, practice patience and self-discipline. Understand that true value doesn't need to be demonstrated through flashy displays. It's something that exudes from you simply by existing. Pre-selection is the subtle confidence of a man who has nothing to prove. You are the man who can walk into a room, quiet yet assured, and still be the center of attention. That's pre-selection in its purest form. Think about this. Women can sense when you are genuinely comfortable with who you are. They can tell if you're a man who is valued not just by others, but by yourself. You must understand this. Attraction is not about impressing someone. It's about letting them see the value that already resides in you. In the modern world, this is even more true. In a society that constantly tells us to perform, to show off, and to win approval, the Stoic man stands apart. He doesn't play for attention. He doesn't need it. His value is intrinsic, and women see that. It's this authenticity that drives their curiosity, and once their curiosity is sparked, attraction follows naturally. Let me be clear, you must embody your own worth without seeking to prove it. Desperation is the enemy of attraction. Don't be desperate. Don't over-explain your worth. Let your life speak for itself. The more you try to demonstrate your value, the less valuable you appear. Let your presence be enough. If you live with the Stoic wisdom of a man who understands that he is enough, then you will find yourself being desired. This is the essence of pre-selection and authenticity. Remember, the true Stoic, whether old or modern, understands that true value doesn't require validation. His presence alone is enough to spark interest, to create curiosity, and to ignite a desire that women can't quite explain but feel deeply. You must let go of the need for approval and embrace your inherent worth. As Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Apply this strength to your relationships and you will see how women become captivated not by what you say or do, but by the simple fact that you are a man of value without trying to show it. This is the Stoic way to master attraction. 4. The difference between internal and external value. Most men focus relentlessly on building their external value, money, status, physical improvements, and achievements. They believe that accumulating these external markers of success will automatically make them attractive and confident. However, this is a major misconception. You could give a man millions of dollars, a six-pack abs, celebrity status, and a chiseled face. But if his internal state remains insecure, needy, or dependent on outside validation, women will still find him unappealing. On the flip side, there's the man with average external circumstances. Perhaps he doesn't have flashy wealth or fame, but he exudes unshakable internal confidence. This is the man who commands attention and respect, and women fight to win his affection. The reason for this lies in the energy he radiates. Women aren't drawn to what you own or what you can buy them. They're drawn to how you make them feel. Confidence that comes from external achievements is inherently fragile. It's rooted in the approval of others and can easily be shaken by setbacks. But confidence that stems from genuine self acceptance, inner peace, and emotional stability is far more powerful and magnetic. This kind of inner strength is unshakable and it naturally attracts people to you, especially women who crave a man who knows his worth without needing to prove it. Men who understand this fundamental truth stop chasing external validation and begin to build internal resilience. They become independent of external outcomes, self validated, and exude a quiet, attractive confidence. These men don't need to show off their assets to be admired. Instead, they naturally command the attention of women who are drawn to their inner strength. Women become addicted to this type of man because his confidence isn't dependent on anything outside of himself. He is emotionally stable, grounded, and secure, qualities that are irresistible to women. If you want to attract women who are genuinely interested in you, focus on building your internal value. As you work on developing true self confidence, emotional maturity, and self acceptance, the external achievements will naturally complement your internal strength. This is how you truly become the kind of man women find irresistible. Remember, women are not after your external assets, they are after your energy, and more importantly, the confidence that comes from knowing who you truly are. So take control of your internal world and watch as women are drawn to you like never before. Don't rely on fleeting external markers to validate your worth. Instead, build an unshakable inner confidence that radiates magnetism. This is the secret to attracting the kind of attention you truly deserve. If you want to attract women in a way that's powerful and lasting, focus on building your internal confidence, not just external success. Remember, true confidence comes from within. If you agree, hit like, comment below, and share this with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing tips. Comment to remember. I am confident from within, and that's what makes me magnetic. 5. Validation death spiral. Nothing kills female attraction faster than a man seeking validation. When you crave her approval, her compliments, or her attention just to feel good about yourself, you're spiraling into what I call the validation death spiral. This is the point where you begin losing your power, losing your confidence, and ultimately losing her interest. It's subtle at first, but the effects are devastating. Think about it. You've probably noticed men who appear to have everything, success, wealth, the perfect job, and yet they still can't seem to win a woman's heart. Why is that? The answer lies in their desperation for validation. These men have built their identity around external achievements, yet they still need others to affirm their worth. They're successful beggars. They have all these great qualities, but they can't help but beg for approval. And women can sense it. Women aren't attracted to men who constantly seek reassurance. It's a major turnoff. Why? Because attraction is rooted in confidence, and confidence comes from within. A man who relies on external validation to feel good about himself communicates a lack of self-belief. He's broadcasting that his worth is conditional, and it makes him appear insecure. When you don't believe in your own value, why should she? You need to understand this fundamental truth. Validation from others will never satisfy you in the long run. Constantly seeking approval doesn't just diminish your attractiveness, it makes you seem weak. Women don't want to be with a man who feels the need to constantly prove himself. Instead, they want someone who knows his worth, regardless of what others think. They want a man who doesn't need their approval to feel validated. If you're stuck in this cycle of seeking validation, it's time to break free. Realize that you don't need anyone's approval to feel complete. When you stop chasing external validation, you become more attractive. Why? Because you exude confidence, self respect, and self sufficiency. These are the traits that women are actually drawn to. Women want to be with men who have their own lives, passions, and purpose, men who don't depend on them to feel good about themselves. So, how do you stop seeking validation? Start by focusing on your own self worth. Understand that you are valuable no matter what anyone else says. Your worth is not determined by how much praise or attention you get from others. It's something that comes from within. When you stop seeking validation, you start living your life on your terms. You take control of your own happiness and self esteem. You begin to attract women who are drawn to your genuine confidence and self assuredness. Remember, attraction is about being secure in who you are, not in what you have. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself for your own sake, not for anyone else, that's when you'll truly start to attract women. Love psychology teaches us that people are drawn to others who are comfortable in their own skin, who don't need constant approval to feel worthy. So, stop chasing validation. Start believing in your own worth and watch as your relationships and your life transform. The key to attracting women and achieving relationship goals is not in begging for validation, it's in embracing your true value and owning it unapologetically. Don't just seek approval, command respect. That's the kind of man women are naturally drawn to. 6. Non-reactivity and presence. Let's get one thing clear. Presence is everything. In today's fast-paced world where distractions are constant, the ability to be fully present with someone is a rare and magnetic quality. It's what sets the modern Stoic man apart from the crowd. Too many men live in a state of mind that is either haunted by the past or fixated on the future. They're stuck in a loop of regrets, failures, comparisons, goals, and what ifs. Their minds race, filled with strategies, techniques, and outcomes, anything but the present moment. But a man who masters the art of presence doesn't let the noise of life pull him away from the woman standing before him. Being truly present means listening with intent. It means engaging fully without trying to control or manipulate the situation. There's no need for constant chatter or overthinking. A powerful silence can speak volumes. When you stop trying to impress or predict outcomes, you allow her to be seen and heard in a way that most men fail to offer. Women are drawn to a man who is completely comfortable in his own skin, someone who doesn't need to fill every silence with words. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. And to be that man, you need to practice non-reactivity. This isn't about being passive. It's about being fully engaged without being overwhelmed by external forces. The Stoics, both old and modern, taught us that life happens in the present moment, and that's where your power lies. A man who can remain still, who doesn't let his emotions or external circumstances dictate his reactions, exudes an undeniable strength. He is not perturbed by the chaos of life. He is unwavering, solid like a rock, while the world flows around him. What does this look like in practice? It means that when you're with her, you're not mentally elsewhere. You're not thinking about your work, your goals, or your past mistakes. You're giving her your full attention, your full energy. You're relaxed in her presence, not trying to impress, not trying to win her over. You're simply there in the moment, enjoying the exchange of energy, thoughts, and emotions. That stillness is magnetic. The more you embrace this, the more she will be drawn to you. Women find this incredibly attractive. They're used to men who are either preoccupied with their own thoughts or desperately seeking approval. But when a man is truly present, when he's not anxious about the future, not haunted by the past, he communicates confidence. He shows that he's comfortable with who he is and that he doesn't need to be anything other than himself. This is the essence of Stoic presence. Control what you can control and let go of the rest. To create this level of attraction, you need to embrace the Stoic teachings of non-reactivity. Don't be the man who overreacts, who seeks validation, or who is always thinking 2 steps ahead. Be the man who stands firm, grounded in the present, regardless of what's happening around him. You must learn to trust in the moment, and in doing so, you will become a force that women can't help but gravitate toward. The old Stoic maxim, "He who is brave is free," holds true here. A man who can be brave enough to let go of the need for control to simply be present is free from the chains of anxiety, doubt, and insecurity. He is free to experience life as it comes without fear of what the future holds or what the past has taught him. This freedom is incredibly attractive because it signals inner strength and self mastery. Women are drawn to strength, not just physical, but emotional and mental strength. And when you can show that you are grounded in the moment, not swayed by emotions or the expectations of others, you become magnetic. In conclusion, remember this: don't let your mind drift. Don't let past regrets or future worries steal the present. Be here, be now. Be the man who listens, who engages without an agenda, and who remains steady in the face of life's challenges. Women crave this kind of man, one who is grounded, unshaken, and fully present. By mastering this skill, you'll not only improve your relationships, but also become the kind of man that women can't help but become addicted to. So, what are you waiting for? Start embracing your inner stoic. Be present, be still, be magnetic. If you've made it this far, you're already on the path to mastering one of the most powerful qualities a man can have: true presence. Most men get stuck in their past or future, never truly engaging in the moment, but you're learning how to be present, and that alone makes you magnetic. Comment below with, "I am present and I attract." Let's continue this journey together. You're one step closer to becoming the man who commands respect and admiration effortlessly. 7. Groundedness and emotional stability. In a world where anxiety and instability are common, grounded men stand out like a beacon of strength and calm. This is why groundedness is so magnetic to women, because it's rare. Most men, caught up in the chaos of modern life, are reactive, anxious, and always searching for something outside themselves to feel whole. Whether it's approval, success, or constant validation, their emotional stability is tied to external factors. But when you are truly grounded, when you've found inner peace and comfort within your own skin, you become a rare and irresistible force. Women, especially, are naturally drawn to this stability because it gives them a sense of security and comfort, something they long for in today's unpredictable world. Being grounded is a psychological tip that changes everything about your relationships. It isn't just about calming your mind, it's about developing an inner strength that keeps you steady in the face of external chaos. Women don't just want a man who has his life together, they want a man who is emotionally stable, someone who can stay calm when the world around them is spinning. This is the type of man who exudes confidence, strength, and the ability to handle any challenge with grace. You must focus on your own emotional stability if you want to attract women and build long-lasting relationships. Grounded men don't chase validation, nor do they seek constant approval. They don't need to be the center of attention. Their energy speaks for itself. The most common traps that kill attraction, neediness, emotional reactivity, and validation seeking are things grounded men avoid. When you're truly grounded, you don't rely on others to feel good about yourself. That is the foundation of emotional stability. You've learned to regulate your emotions and actions regardless of what's happening around you. When someone's behavior or circumstances try to knock you off course, you remain centered. This strength is irresistible to women because it shows emotional maturity and the ability to lead with calm, rather than reacting impulsively. If you want dating tips that go beyond superficial tricks, then groundedness is your secret weapon. Don't fall into the trap of relying on external factors to feel complete. Instead, focus on strengthening your emotional foundation and inner peace. Be the man who remains steady, calm, and confident, no matter what life throws your way. This is the kind of man who naturally attracts women and holds their attention. Emotional stability isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. 8. The ultimate secret to creating female addiction. The ultimate secret to creating female addiction is developing genuine internal peace. This means being completely at ease with who you are, where you are, and what you have right now. This doesn't imply that you stop growing or improving yourself, quite the opposite. It means you work on your growth from a place of self-love, not from self-rejection. You strive for betterment because you genuinely want to, not because you feel you need to in order to be worthy of love. When you achieve this inner peace, something profound happens. You stop seeking validation from others. Gone are the days of looking for approval, of hoping someone will affirm your worth. This shift gives you an incredible amount of freedom. You no longer need others to define who you are or your value. You become naturally confident and authentic, radiating a sense of calm and security that draws people in, especially women. You become comfortable with silence and solitude. Many men are afraid of being alone, fearing that it reflects something lacking in them. But when you've achieved true inner peace, you become comfortable in your own company. You can be alone without feeling lonely. This doesn't just make you independent, it makes you more intriguing. Women are drawn to men who don't need constant external stimuli to feel whole. Your peace becomes something they want to experience too. You no longer need anyone to complete you. This is crucial. When you've found peace within yourself, you become self-sufficient emotionally. Women get addicted to this energy because it is so rare and magnetic. Too many people are walking around with unresolved pain, insecurities, and emotional needs. When they encounter someone who has truly healed and found inner peace, they can't help but be drawn in. Your energy is calming, secure, and steady, and that is deeply attractive. Most men operate out of a place of desperation, trying to impress, prove their worth, or win someone's affection. But women are not attracted to neediness. Instead, they get addicted to men who create genuine, authentic connection. These men are emotionally self-sufficient. They are grounded, calm, and don't need external validation to feel whole. This creates a strong bond, one based on real connection and mutual respect. This is the key to not only attracting women, but to building lasting, meaningful relationships. So don't try to force attraction or manipulate feelings. Be the kind of man who radiates peace, self-assurance, and emotional maturity. That is how you'll not only attract women, but keep them hooked in the most profound and lasting way. You must be a man who finds value in himself first and foremost, and the world, especially women, will follow suit. Thank you for watching. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something important. This knowledge is powerful, but it comes with responsibility. Do not use these insights to manipulate or harm anyone. Women, just like men, are human beings with their own emotions, desires, and fears. Use this understanding to grow into a better version of yourself, not to exploit others. The real secret to creating genuine attraction is this: becoming emotionally self-sufficient and at peace with who you are. When you're truly comfortable in your own skin, living authentically, you become magnetic. It's not about tricks or manipulation, it's about fundamental inner growth. Remember, it's about creating genuine connection, not seeking selfish gain. Treat others with respect and compassion, and you'll naturally draw them to you. When you become the type of man who respects and admires himself, women will be drawn to your energy. The journey is tough, but it's worth it. You'll become more attractive, not just to others, but to yourself. Living a life you're excited about, whether or not romance is involved, is the key. And that's when women will truly become attracted to you. Thank you again for watching. Keep growing, keep evolving, and be the man you were always meant to be.